It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the New York Police Department. A civil danger warning has been issued for the Manhattan area until further notice. At 8:46 a.m. a plane crashed into the upper floors of the North Tower of the World Trade Center. It is unknown if the plane was a commercial plane or a private plane, or where it came from. Anyone in the immediate vicinity of the World Trade Center is advised to evacuate immediately. Falling debris and burning material is coming off of the tower, and this could potentially injure or kill you if you are hit. It's also advised you leave the area so law enforcement and rescue can have access to the area to assist people leaving the tower. Anyone that is in Manhattan, but is a reasonable distance away from the World Trade Center, should shelter in place until further notice. Little is known about the situation at this time, so stay tuned to local news media coverage on this tragic event. Repeating, a civil danger warning has been issued for the Manhattan area until further notice.
There is now flames coming out of that building as well. They're both completely on fire.
Now, Teresa, hang on with us 1 second. We're going to re-rack the tape of when we were talking to you to see if we can tell.
Okay.
We can't see anything. We can't see a second plane in the picture. There.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the New York Police Department. An immediate evacuation order has been issued for all of Manhattan. About 20 minutes ago, a plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. A few minutes ago, another plane crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. It is believed that these plane impacts are no accident. While it is currently unknown where they came from or why they flew into the towers, it is believed that foul play is involved. Anyone that is in Manhattan should evacuate the area and get as far away from downtown as possible. When evacuating, try to leave the streets around the World Trade Center clear, so law enforcement can continue to get to the tower to assist the injured. It is advised you stay out of Manhattan until more information is known about these plane strikes, and until an all clear is given. Repeating, an immediate evacuation order has been issued for all of Manhattan until further notice.
And have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families, and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence. May God bless the victims, their families, and America. Thank you very much.
This message is being broadcast at the request of civil authorities in New York. Local government officials have issued an emergency update regarding the events that unfolded in Manhattan earlier this morning. At 8:46 a.m., a commercial airliner flew directly into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Afterwards, at 9:03 a.m. a second commercial airliner flew into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. It is currently believed that these strikes were intentional. When reviewing the footage, multiple law enforcement agencies have come to the conclusion that the planes were intentionally flown into the towers. The motives of why this would be done are unknown. Flights around the country are currently in the process of being grounded, and all air travel will likely cease until further notice. Stay tuned to local news media for more information on this event.
this point. And more fire apparatus showing up now as we speak. We saw most of the senior staff come out. We have not seen the national security staff that we would recognize anyway, but I should note there are other gates from the White House. We are on the north side, and this is
John, you're being drowned out by the sirens.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Arlington County Police Department. Local authorities in the area have issued a local area emergency for all of Arlington County, Virginia. At 9:37 a.m., a plane crashed into the Pentagon in Arlington County, Virginia. Eyewitnesses report seeing a massive fireball on impact, and the plane is currently in pieces and burning. It is currently unknown if there are any survivors, or if anyone inside the building were hurt. This plane crash is believed to be related to the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center around an hour ago. While it is currently unknown if there will be future strikes, people outside the area of the Pentagon are likely not in danger. That being said, it is still advised that you shelter in place until further notice. If you are within the vicinity of the Pentagon, leave the premises immediately. Repeating, local authorities in your area have issued a local area emergency for all of Arlington County until further notice.
We are getting reports, and we are getting lots of reports, and we want to be careful to tell you when we have confirmed them and not. But we have a report that a 747 is down in Pennsylvania, and that remains unconfirmed at this point, and so we will check on that. I want to get back to the former.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Somerset Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department in Somerset County has issued a law enforcement warning for the town of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. At 10:03 a.m., a commercial airliner crashed into a field in the town of Shanksville. It is unknown why this crash occurred, or if it is related to the suspected attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. There is no information currently on if there are survivors, but law enforcement and the local fire department are on the way to investigate the site and rescue any potential survivors. If you are within the vicinity of the crash, it is asked that you leave the area so law enforcement can scan the area and look for survivors. Stay tuned to local news media for updates on this event. Repeating, the Sheriff's Department in Somerset County has issued a law enforcement warning for the town of Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
That the U.S.-Mexican border has been sealed. We don't know if that is just simply part of a plan that the government puts into effect under a worst-case circumstance, this is certainly that, or if there is some specific reason.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the President of the United States and the federal government. The United States government has issued an emergency update regarding the tragic events of the past few hours. The following message will provide information on the suspected terrorist attacks that occurred between 8:30 and 10:30 this morning. For a brief recap, at 8:46 a.m., a commercial airliner plane flew into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, killing all of the people on board and many in the building. A similar event occurred at 9:03 a.m., when a second commercial airliner flew into the South Tower of the World Trade Center, also killing all of the people on board and many in the building. At 9:37 a.m., a third plane crashed into the Pentagon, breaking down one of its walls in a massive explosion. The fourth and final plane crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. It is not currently known why that happened, but it is believed to be in connection to the hijackings of the other three planes. At 9:42 a.m., the Federal Aviation Administration grounded all civilian flights, and any that were flying were told to land immediately. At 9:59 a.m., the South Tower collapsed. Along with it, at 10:28 a.m., the North Tower collapsed. It is suspected hundreds, maybe thousands of people are dead. This is truly a dark day for America. But the best we can do right now is pray for those who lost their lives, and try to take the next best step forward. God bless America, and let the souls of the people we lost be with us tonight.